there, yarn lovers, it's Gary and I'm coming to you from my living room here in Vancouver, Canada. So welcome. Today is Tuesday, March 30th, 2021, and this is video number 103. I want to kick off the episode by saying, first of all, thank you to all of the fiber friends who left me such positive and cheerful greetings for my birthday in the comment section of the last episode that I uploaded. I did celebrate my birthday on March the 25th, and though reading those comments made me feel so embraced in this community, and I just felt amazing. So thank you so much for leaving those positive messages. For anyone who is just switching in for the very first time, hi, my name's Gary. I set up this channel to talk about all of my yarn journey. So that's everything in knit, crochet, a little bit of hand dyeing of yarn in the kitchen. I haven't done that for a while. And as the title suggests in the video here, I will be talking this episode about two acquisitions that I made, one from hobiumyarns.com and the other one from Little Knits. I have to say and confess that these were inspired by one of our fiber friends out there. Her name is Crystal from Bag a Day. Hi, Crystal. So on both lives, I got wind of a couple of sale points on that Crystal from Bag a Day had made, and I was just in awe of what she showed. So I jumped in early and I purchased from both points. So I did hear from about Little Knits a while back, and I looked on their site for some, it was the Cascade Tangier yarn, and I had made an item like a sweater out of it, and I had purchased it from Lovecrafts many months ago. But Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter shouted the Little Knits out to me, and I was like looking for that particular yarn. At the time, I wasn't able to pay for the yarn, so I kind of let it slide, and then I forgot all about it. So thanks to Crystal, it really ignited the whole Little Knits thing again, and to relook at that for yarn content, as well as they do cycle around what they have in their store, in their online store. So it's always good to go back and take a look. Now, I'm not affiliated with any of these yarn companies or yarn brands that I'm going to showcase. So if you see any links down below and you want to click on them to get to the locations for ease of access, nothing is kicked back to me. Just to let you know up front, there's no affiliation. I just love yarn, so I want to share what I have purchased with everyone here and give you my honest opinion about them. The first order that I'm going to be talking about is from hobiumyarns.com. I made this order on March the 8th, 2021, and all the price points that I'm going to give you are from that time frame, which I just checked online right now, it being March 30th, 2021, and the prices are still the same. So they're all in US currency that I'm going to be quoting from the hobiumyarns.com purchase, and they are all the way over in Turkey, and it's online purchases. They shipped to Canada. It took about 5 working days, and I've had this yarn now for about, I'm going to say maybe a week to 2 weeks sitting, waiting for me to talk about, because I'm so excited about this. So I got, let's have a look. I'll show you the first one. So I got a couple of colors in this variety of yarn brand here called Gazelle, and it's called Unicorn, the collection. I got myself 4 colors, 5 actually, but I already gifted one away. And let's talk about the yarn. It's super squishy. I absolutely love it. So I got 2 in this colorway here. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It is Gazelle Unicorn hand painted. It is 100% superwash merino. Each hank is 100 grams. in which you get 197 meters or 215 yards. I think with this one, it is kind of a lighter 4 weight. I'm going to say heavier 3. So maybe a 4 weight yarn, worsted 4. So I would say like a 4.5 millimeter set of knitting needles or a 5 millimeter crochet hook would be really good for this one. It is a slightly roving style, so it does go from thicker to thin, and it does have kind of a stickiness to it. So it's not a heavily spun yarn. It is more of a felty variety, so it doesn't have too much of a spin to it. And I believe they call that a 1-ply, so there's no spinning to it at all. And what I love about this, it's really, really soft. I would say that you could wear this without any undergarments required. It doesn't have any itchiness to it. They are suggesting as well to machine wash this and lay flat to dry for the care instructions. They also have a little suggestion here after knitting to wash the finished product. So I think if you work this up in crochet, or if you weave it as well, that the ball band is saying just to rinse it, to wash it, to get the full effect of the bloom of the yarn. So yeah, it's really, really lovely. And the color code here is 1314, like 1340. In this one, the heavy dosage of color would be the yellowish gold colors, and also this, it's like a deep, deep purple speckled with other colors like a cyan blue, a magenta, and even little areas, I would say almost of black, but I think it might be that purpley black color that's sort of speckled heavy onto the yarn. This one is just an amazing, I could see like a summer garment in this, because the colors are bright and happy, and even though that the speckles are quite dark, the base color of it is quite a vibrant and light color. So that's that one. This one's my favorite here. I actually got a pack of these. So the price point of the single skein is $8 US. If you buy them in a 5-pack, which I did for this one here, it drops down to $7.10 per hank. So I believe the website said it's a 10% discount if you buy them in sets of 5. So the color number here is 1339. Oh, so amazing. These ones have like the burnt orange, again, the heavy dose of the black, the speckling in like a brown, like a sienna color. So really, really love that. There's a little bit of the base coming through as well, I can see in the parts like here. You can see some of the base where the color just breaks over, and I think they call that glazing. It glazes the yarn and it doesn't fully penetrate. So I got 5 of those, and I'm thinking of making a top of some sort out of this color. The other colors I got were this one here as well. It is a heavier rainbow kind of, it's like the shady rainbow I love. So we have the gold, the green, it's like a purple, a royal kind of purpley blue color. It's kind of blowing out, but you really get to see it well when it's sort of close to the camera. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, this maroon kind of color here. And again, what I'm noticing is that they are speckling it with the darkest color of the bunch. So in the purple and a little bit of black being speckled on the lighter hues. There in the yellow as well and the green. Yeah, so super nice colors there. I also got one in this one here, which reminds me a little bit of an aquatic kind of colorway. We have this electric blue purple color, and we have like an emerald green and almost a hunter green in there as well. Really soft. I like this one a lot too. I am going to see how they work up, and if I really like them, they this green and blue aquatic one, I'll probably get a bit more of that as well at some point. So I absolutely love them. So that is the Gazelle. They had another maybe 5 colors in the collection on top of those ones, but I thought, rather than getting all of them at once, just try out what I have and see how it goes. But I absolutely love them, and in the hank form, I just need to see how they work up. The next thing I ordered from the Hobium website was this yarn here. Now, I got 3 different colors and I got 2 balls in each of the colorways. So let me tell you a little bit about the Yarn Art Pacific brand. It is a 20% wool, 80% acrylic fiber-based yarn. This color here is 305. They are saying it's a super fine, or sorry, a fine 2-weight yarn, and in each ball you get 50 grams or 200 meters, 218 yards, and they are suggesting to use a 3.5 millimeter set of knitting needles or a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. What are the washing instructions? They are saying you can machine wash this but lay flat to dry. It is a product of Turkey. So just another reminder here that also the Gazelle Unicorn hand painted yarn is also a product of Turkey as well. So really lovely yarn, this Yarn Art Pacific. It is in a slightly marl technique where they have 2 different colored strands entwined together with the twist. Lovely color there in the golds and browns, and this one has a little bit of like a green through it as well. So super nice. Now, the funny thing about this is that you may have heard as well Crystal talk about this on her unboxing, because she had this variety in her unboxing as well, is that it's very similar to Ice Yarn's Rosetto. Now, Rosetto in the Ice Yarns variety comes in a worsted weight as well as a light 3-weight. So they say it's a light 3-weight, but I have it here. So this is the Ice Yarn. In the colorway, I believe it had something like gold, brown, and maybe like a olive color, but those are exactly the same yarns. Are they not? Do you think? I think that they might be the same. So this one here is the Ice, and this one here is the Pacific. And the difference is that the classification from Ice is saying it is a 3-weight yarn, which is a slightly heavier variety of yarn than this one here, which is saying it's a 2-weight. But I agree, because I've used this one, not in this color, but I used it in a dark blue and dark purple, and I agree that it is more of a 2-weight, which is the sport weight yarn. Let me just check to see if they have the same ingredient makeup. This one says it is 30% wool and 70% acrylic, and this one has 20% wool and 80% acrylic. So there is a slight difference with the fiber content, but They're almost identical. So the nice thing about when you're purchasing from Hobium yarn.com is that you can choose to have one ball if you like, or two to complete a project if you didn't get enough the first time around. So that's really a nice way of working it out. These are $2.10 American per ball, and I believe you get a discount if you buy a pack of them. I'm not too sure, just double check, but I didn't buy 5 or 10 or whatever they suggest is in a pack. I just bought them in sets of 2, so I paid $2.10 per ball. Now the iceyarns.com, which is also another Turkish store that's online that sells yarn, will sell you them in packs, and you can't break them down. So if you really just need 1 or 2 to complete a project, or you want to do a small project, you have to kind of eat the cost of and store the leftover yarn. If you were to get 8 in a pack, you would have, say, 6 left over. Where do you put them? So yeah, I really like the idea of breaking it down and buying them in smaller quantities for smaller projects. So that's one of the ones that I got. I also got it in a different colorway. So I got them in this one here. It's more grays. It starts off with maybe the deepest one being more of a charcoaly gray, an ash gray, and then going all the way up to a light tinted gray. So almost looking like an ash. Ash has generally all these colored grays in them. This one is in the colorway code 300. And I got them in this one here, which variegates from all these pastel-y colors together. So the darkest one being kind of a gray, and then it goes into this kind of bluish, I'm going to say it's slightly like leaning towards more of a purple, and then it goes into like a brownish green. So yeah, I really like those. Really nice colors. So $2.10 per 50 gram ball, and yeah, so I got 2 of each. Super happy with the collections that I got and the choices of colors that I made in that Hobium Yarns order. 2 days after I made the order at Hobium, I was watching Crystal's live, and she was talking about jumping in on purchasing another order from Little Knits, which is a yarn company down in Washington State, quite a small yarn store. And she flagged that Noro was being sold at a very, very affordable price. Noro is a brand of yarn that is made in Japan, and it's super, super expensive to get 100 grams of it. It would cost anywhere from $20 to $30 to $40. So I jumped in on the chance to search it out, and I did, as I mentioned in the front of the video, that I had gotten wind of it from Deb at the Canadian Crocheter. Hi Deb! But I had completely forgot about it after I looked for my Cascade Tangier, and I didn't have the funds to purchase it. So thanks to Crystal, it reintroduced Little Knits to me, and I thought, I have the money now, I might as well purchase some of the Noro that is on incredible sale. So let's take a look at the purchase that I made on March the 10th, which was also in lieu of birthday gifts. This is all in American currency as well on Little Knits site. I purchased another Noro. So I also got I got 2 Noros. I got this one, and I got a pack of Noro that I've used before. But let's talk about this one first, because I absolutely love this yarn. And reading about how it is graded and how it's treated makes me love the yarn even more. So this yarn, Noro, is from Japan. And this little booklet here tells about the natural fibers and how it is inspected by a master. Now the master is called Isaku Noro, And I guess what they're looking for is making it as ethical as possible to make and produce the yarn. So no harmful chemicals or acids to destroy the nature of the true yarn base. So I think that's brilliant. I love that. So let me tell you a little bit about what the fiber content is. It's 65% wool, 35% polyamide. It is 150 grams, which gives you 375 meters. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in yards. They are classifying this as a 3-weight yarn to to hand wash and to lay flat to dry, which is what I would definitely be doing with this. It is color number 5. It doesn't have a color name, but on my billing card or invoice, they call this Noro Tabi, Tabi, and it has a dash here, which might be the color name. It's called Kasugai. It's Kasugai, color number 5. Absolutely love it. So it goes from this kind of purpley lavender color into a more oranges and burnt earthy colors, into a latte color here, kind of like a lighter brown. Absolutely stunning colorway. So this is going to be worked up into something special. What else can I tell you? I've told you where it's made. Oh, they're suggesting a 4 to 4.5 millimeter set of knitting needles. There's no crochet suggestion, but I would say a 4.5 to 5 millimeter crochet hook would work a nice fabric up in this. I think that's about it. Absolutely love this. This was $17.95 for the 150 grams, but I can't recall from their site how much it dropped down from. So I believe it was like $38 originally, and it was being sold for $17.95. And the next one I got was something that I've used before from Noro, and I purchased this from lovecrafts.com when they had a sale of this Katori yarn. So it's Noro Katori, and I had purchased this way back when for $9 a ball, and I got 5 balls from Little Knits, and I paid $31.25. So already I've saved. I've even found it cheaper than I found it on Lovecraft for that one brief moment that it went down in price. It is their Kotori, as I mentioned. In this color, it's 15, so I'm not too sure what the colorway name is, but that's the color number. And it is a combination of several fibers. We have 75% wool, looks like 10% cotton, 8% viscose, and 7% silk. In this 100 gram ball, you get 280 meters. They are suggesting to use a 4 to 4.5 millimeter set of knitting needles, no crochet hook again. It is a roving style 4-weight yarn, and I would say that for crochet it probably would be a 5 millimeter crochet hook, because it does have these thicker parts to it that you would probably want to have a little bit of a relaxed fabric to allow that to kind of like breathe a little bit. But I absolutely love it. It has that rustic feel again, that the Noro yarn, after reading about it with the how they ethically grade the yarn and don't use harsh chemicals, makes me feel like it's even more of a treat to have this yarn. So this colorway is more of the foresty colors. It is the greens and a little bit of a chartreuse running through there, as well as a cyan blue. And I made a sweater out of three balls that I had purchased from Lovecraft way back when, and I made the Drangey Pullover by Stephen West, and I had to pair it with other economic yarns, so I didn't have enough to do a whole sweater out of it. But I think with the 5 that I've got now, I'll be able to hit on more of a full garment with not having to replace other yarn in with the mix. The last thing that I purchased from Little Knits was an order of Queensland Collection. So a selection of colors, and they come like this in little cakes. Oh, that one's upside down. And it's called Katori, Colourful Australian Fine Wool Blend. And I got it in this color here called Avocado. It is a 1 superfine classified yarn. They are saying that you can machine wash this on gentle but lay flat to dry. The content is 70% wool, 30% nylon. In the cake you get 100 grams, which gives you 380 yards or 347 meters. And it does have a little bit of a halo on it. Really, really soft though. I really like the feel of this. It's made in China. Oh, a 3.5 millimeter hook or a 2.25 to 3.25 millimeter set of knitting needles. So quite a fine yarn. I got 2 of these because if I find I want to do a fade of some sort, I can maybe hold 2 strands without having to use 1 cake from the center and from the outside. I can just pull 2 centers and maybe do a hold 2 and do a fade with this avocado green. And I thought the avocado green would go really well with a couple of these other color choices that I made. And this one here is called Graphite. Goes with everything because it's kind of gray. And this one here is called, where's the Jarvis Bay. What I could do is something like in the way of setting up a fade that goes like through this color selection maybe. And the last one that I got was 2 in the colorway Terracotta. That's the terracotta color. It's kind of blowing out. There we go. That's probably the right color there. Really, really nice. I love that. So the cost of the Queensland Collection was $6.40. So yeah, that was the end of the show and tell, I guess, of both purchases. I want to know if you liked anything particular, if you have a favorite colorway. I'm going to say that out of the Little Knits, I should say, this is my favorite yarn. And from Hobium, I'm going to have to say, because I am wanting to make a jumper out of this, or a sweater, I'm going to say this amber and burnt sienna variety of yarn are my 2 favorites. How about you? And with that, I will catch you up in the next video. I have another order from a local yarn store that I want to talk about in my next video, so I hope that you'll join me for that one as well. Stay safe, I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.